What's up, YouTube? Erod212 here with another video. So today I am going to have a special guest here, and we are going to show you some killer books. I want to share this with the community, because I'm really excited. I got a little bit of a haul here too, but let me bring on my special guest right now. So you guys all know him, my man Benny Beans, man from Beantown.
What's going on, Erod?
Not much, brother. I appreciate you being on. So the big gist of this is basically man from Beantown had some major grails that he decided, because he's gotten into the pressing aspect of this game now. He had some major grails that he decided he wanted to have cracked out and repressed and resubmitted because he saw some defects on there that he thought were pressable. So he entitled them to me, and I'm honored that he let me work on these, because these were some big books, man. I was excited.
I've been excited for this video just to share the work you've done on these types of books for like months now.
Yeah, we've been waiting a bit. They move pretty quick, but let me just quick what's up to everybody in the chat here. We got Wesley's Comics Collection. Yo, the young boys. Have you been watching the Power Pack Boys?
No, I never
watch the Power Pack Boys. They were on a tirade. Joey Does Comics and Kid Collector. Kid Collector was hilarious yesterday. It's like a mini J on that show. And so you can imagine Uncanny Swag, Johnny Dakota. Thanks, guys, for coming out here. Sith Lordly, what up, broski? Josh Grav in the house. Yeah, Josh, we got a couple nice books here today, bro. Copy 801. Who else do we have here? Zayed Comics, thank you for joining us here. Emerald Knight, my man, Emerald Knight, yo. So I'm running, and this is no hype, but I'm running this book right now. It's being raffled off on IG.
That's a beaut.
So in a 9.0, it's a beaut, man. So the minis are at $8 a piece. So for $8, you could actually win that killer book right there. So Michael P, what's going on? Just going down, taking a look. A lot of chatter in the chat. That's always a good thing. I think people are waiting for this one here. Hey, Salsa's in the house. Roger Levesque. Hey, Roger did a great show today. You watch Roger today?
No, I've been on for YouTube this weekend.
So check out Roger's interview. He had Reggie Collects today, and you know what? The guy's pretty personable. I've watched his show on and off, but they did a good job. Good job there today, Roger.
I have to catch on usually I'm pretty good on my YouTube. Roger's show I watch every week. I'll have to catch it tomorrow on the rewind.
DJ Lynx is in the house. North Cali, what's up, brother? How you been? Zorus Tigers. Zorus Tigers. He bought one of my mystery boxes, bro. I think he was pretty happy with it. He did pretty good. BX Boxer. Oh, my man, Joker M21. New York Warriors are on at 10 o'clock. So, guys, check them out. Jump on there right after this. My man, Choo Choo's Comic is here. Warlock. I just pressed some books for him. 956 Ref. Rich Anderson. 8 Face Comics. Thank all you guys for coming out here, man. Before I start that, I'm just going to do a quick little haul here, all right? And then we'll go right into your books, Ben. But I did pick this up, which is Spider-Man 2099, and this is the origin of Spider-Man 2099.
Never even seen that book.
Yeah, it's number 2, issue number 2. So a book to look at, just a spec book. This book here has gotten pretty hot too. Wow. And this is the Halloween edition, though. This is not even the 4th print. It's just the Halloween edition. This was a free comic book, I believe. And this is starting to spike up a little bit.
Dude, I missed the boat on all the Star Wars stuff.
I love this cover, and I got this just for the cover because I'm a fan. The Scrooge McDuck.
Dude, I came so close to pulling the trigger. I didn't. I love that book. That is
killed it on these. Chad RCG, what's going on? Oh, Big E's Comics. So and Joey Does Comics. These are nice, man. Real nice. I bought this before the hype because I started hearing some rumblings. And if you've been watching WandaVision, and if you saw Very Gary show he had on Gem Mint and The Butcher and Matty Forge, who is like I tell you, Matty Forge is a spec guru, bro. Yeah. He is an undercover spec guru, bro. Every time the boy talks, I listen. I say, boy, he's a man. But you know what I mean?
Me too.
But I had picked this up. We had talked about this. And Avengers 52, first appearance of the Grim Reaper, you know? So if you saw the WandaVision, they showed that helmet in the cartoon captions. But the person who wrote these series also had behind her a poster of Wonder Man, who is the Grim Reaper's brother.
So, okay, you're going that route.
I don't know what they're doing, but they're going a route there. You know, they don't do anything for nothing. Everything has a meaning. You know.
Just real quick, without spoilers, do you like WandaVision? I thought it was good.
So first episode was kind of slow, and I knew it was a build-up, and the second episode was much better. I am enjoying it because of the anticipation of what is to happen.
Yeah,
but if it wasn't for that, I would say the show sucks. All right, but Agatha Harkness has been good. The character who's playing Agatha Harkness, home of the New York Warriors with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. So, Agatha Harkness is going to be a big part of that series. There's a lot of little Easter eggs. So if anybody hasn't watched it, I mean, I don't want to spoil, but it really looks like you're going to get Mephisto.
I think this whole year is the year of like the magic users, whether it's Brother Voodoo, Christie, any of the guys in Strange Academy, even Mephisto.
Yep. J. Rod Ham says it the best. J. Rod Ham said episode 2 finished strong. I agree. It definitely was coming in weak to start off, but ended with a bang, you know?
Yep.
Shout out to my man Manny NYC. You don't see this too often. Manny has a honey hole, and he scored some major books there. But being the New York Warrior brother that he is, and the relationships, dude, the man has called me up and said, "Hey, they got a couple of books here you might be interested in. Do you want me to pick them up for you?" I appreciate that, man. I would never have had that if it wasn't for this community, guys like that.
Yeah.
So he got me an X-Men 94 and got me a good deal on it. And he got me this.
Ooh, nice book.
Yeah, and it's a 9.6 with a shot at a 9.8. Man, I mean, you
sold my 9.6 to Chris Emerald Knight. I won the raffle, and now I'm like kicking myself.
Yeah, so I'm humbled by it, man. You know, he just solid dude in the community. You know, so last weekend I believe it was, met up with Jay the Butcher and Matty Forge and Very Gary, and we met up at Streetside Anthony's, and he was selling some books. He had his sale going on, and Manny was supposed to meet us there, but he was unable to. But I did get to meet BX Boxer, who was a great guy to talk to, and Emerald Knight. I mean, I talk with Emerald Knight basically every single day, you know, like I talk with the Warriors. And
was that
I never met him, and it was my first time meeting him. Yeah,
oh, okay.
And there was a couple other guys. I believe it was Michael P. There were a couple other guys there from the Instagram community. Yeah. So, dude, it was like 10, 15 guys just going through boxes and talking comics.
That was a great time.
It was fucking great. It was a mini con. I actually got better deals there than going to a Clifton show or anything else. So if you're anywhere near my man Streetside Anthony, and you can stop by when he'll announce them on IG when he's doing a sale. Stop in, bro. Stop in. Comic Forge, what's going on, bro?
Once COVID's done, I'm back in the game. Until then, until I get that shot in my arm, I'm laying low. But I can't wait to.
So let me show you the beauties I got there. All right, so I picked this up just for the great cover. All right, and it looks like a Delato, but it's not. It's a Gerard Perel. He did a great thing on cover on the thing here.
That is cool. It's like
I'm just gonna highlight for 1 second. Yeah. So pretty, it's exactly what it is. It's Deadpool homage. See the belt, right? Picked up some J. Scott Campbell goodness there, just because, right? Some David Finch is the variant for Batman, and then little Vader Dark Knights. Man, I'll tell you what. The one thing I did see every con I went to, Star Wars books are out of control. Even low end, no meaning books, you know what I'm saying? Filler books were $5 to $10.
I've heard other guys say it's because every one of them is a first appearance in those books, and they have so much material to pull from.
But even the old Marvel run, which doesn't have that many keys, they were all $5 and $10 a piece in all the bits. Yeah. So
surprised me. Star Wars is hot now.
Yep. So I bought this, right? Let me just take this off there because. I picked this up. It was all new Wolverine #1 because it was the set, and that's the first appearance of Gabby, and this is a character I always talk about. So I got this there. And again, these are all from Streetside Anthony, right? But the hits are coming.
Oh, nice. That's
Court
my
of Owls.
favorite run.
Me too. This was one of my favorite reads, man. This is what really got me into following Scott Snyder.
Yep.
I thought he did a fantastic job in this. I read every issue as soon as it came out. I just loved it.
I was behind a year or so, but I bought them all. That's the best story arc I've ever read, was that Court of Owls, in my opinion.
Yeah, so now here you go. Ready? Watch this one. This is a book I had not seen. I got 2 books that I have not seen in the wild, and I get them at Streetside Anthony's. So this is War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, right? We all know about this book. There's a lot of spec and hype behind this book, right? But this is the 1 in 25.
Nice.
Oh, and it's pristine. I mean, it was killer. I couldn't believe this was sitting there, so I had to grab that. UniX in the house. What's up, brother? And then this one here.
Yeah, that's a sick book.
That's the 4th printing on Thanos 13. So I was like, wow. I had never seen the 4th printing.
The closest I've ever come to spending like big dollars on any modern book was the Thanos 13, that Albuquerque variant that's black with him.
Yeah.
That's maybe the best variant I've ever seen, in my opinion. I love that cover.
Yep. And then this is the last book. And Matty Forge had this in his hands before me. He looked it over. I looked it over. He passed on it. So I decided I was going to jump on it. And that was this.
Oh, snap.
So, Riri? Yeah, this is the the cameo of Riri, but this is that Women of Power, the Mary Jane Watson cover. And it's a 9.6. I think we found where it was a 9.6, but I am going to do a little experiment because my man Streetside gave me a fantastic deal on this where I could crack this out, and even if it comes back at 9.6, I'm still ahead. But if it comes back at 9.8, then I'm really, really good. So
why did Matty take it?
He just passed on it. He was being nice to me, man, is basically what it was. He's like, if you really want it, you could take it. I was like, I'll take it. But that's Matty Forge, Those guys are great. So, all right, we're going to start with your books now, Benny. So I'm going to put you on the highlight here, and I'll go to the side.
All right, guys. So this is what it's all about tonight. I got some major grails here, 4 major books that this guy right here, when he says he's the master presser.
I don't say that. The community says that.
and they say it for the right reasons. And you're going to see that here tonight. So some of the books we got the before and after pictures. Some of them I didn't take it. This first one I bought on my comic shop. This was the day Kang was announced. I was at work and I was like, oh, I need an Avengers 8. I'm a Silver Age collector. I didn't have the book. So as soon as I heard that news at work, I hopped on and I was like, all right. Luckily I was on my break. So I was like, all right, I need to find a copy before this absolutely gets ridiculous with the announcement of this news. So I bought this book as a 4.5 raw on mycomicshop.com for, I think I paid $400 for it. So I sent this book out to Erod in Avengers 8. And I know I got a little glare from the screen behind, but you guys can take a peek at this. So this was a 4.5. Now, coming back as a 6.5. 2 whole grade bumps on this book.
Yeah, we were pumped with that one.
That is a huge bump on this book, and it just presents absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. And the dollar jumps on these books are absolutely ridiculous. So that's I can't thank you enough for this.
Yeah, that's 4 points, man, on that book. 2 full grades. I was happy. It was really good.
Yeah, I was ecstatic.
Which book you doing next, Benny?
All right, let's throw up the graphic.
Oh, which one is what are we going with?
The other Avengers.
Okay. All right. So Benny tells me he's got 2 books he's going to send me, and then he sends me a 3rd book. All right. This is that one was one. This is the 2nd book here. So it's Captain America, one of my favorite books, which I do not have in my collection, by the way.
Yep. I love this cover. Such a classic book. So you can see that was the old label, 4.5. So again, sent it in to Erod, worked his magic, was a 4.5, bought it off eBay, got a real good deal on it. Book is now 6.5 as well. Another 2 whole grade bump.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show that again. We'll show that 4.5 there. Now 6.5.
6.5.
But
So,
I just have to preface this with one thing. It's a lot of it is based on the buyer and recognizing what is a pressable defect and what is not a pressable defect. And Benny's pretty good at recognizing books that will be able to possibly get a grade bump. So kudos to you, man, for picking these books.
yeah.
Yo, my man Thorough in the house, Rogue
It's a
121.
team. So 2 4.5s up to 2 6.5.
Thanks, C.G.
Two huge books.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if those books weren't big enough, now we're getting into the grails of my collection. So this one was a slabbed 3.5. It was my first major grail I ever bought, and I purchased it from Nerdy Girl Comics. So, yeah. So,
was it a mystery box, huh?
So Journey into Mystery 83, the first appearance of 4. So this was a 3.5. After sending it to Erod, it is now a 4.0. So
yeah. The thing with a key like that, man, is I'm sorry, Ben, but the thing with a key like that is that half a grade is a major jump in value. So huge.
Yeah, I see some people in the chat talking about Nerdy Girl, and I know the drama and stuff with the recent purchases of the mystery boxes. But as far as the transaction on just buying a book directly from her, she worked with me. She had we got a good deal. It was smooth. So as far as that part concerned, I can vouch at least for that.
That's the only guaranteed mystery. Oh my God, that was great.
There's some comments.
My man, the Comic Forge says that's what the boys bought from her too, a journey into mystery. So Johnny Dakota, you know what? And I told Benny, man, this was one of the biggest books I had pressed. And he was trusting in me. And trust me, Johnny, I took every precaution possible with this book, but you get more comfortable as you go along. And I appreciate it.
Presser service.
My man, Chad RCG, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. Next show, presses was. I know presses was.
All right.
Go ahead. All right, so hold on a second.
So you got the last graphic. This is the biggest book in my collection right now.
And the biggest book I've probably pressed. All right, so Benny hits me up, and he's like, bro, I just bought this book. And he told all the guys in our group chat, and everybody's like, congratulations. He goes, I'm having it shipped right to you. It's coming to you. And I was like, okay. And I says, you think it's get a bump? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. I think this book can get a bump. So this is the book. And it's an original label, second, because the first originals were the red, but original label 3.0, Ben, right?
Yep, 3.0.
3.0. So, I mean, it was a beauty. I took pictures of this. If you've seen my pressing page on IG, Express Comics, Express CBP, I posted before and after pictures on this because I was so proud of the way this book came out. So remember, that book is a 3.0, right?
3.0. Absolutely beautiful, this book. Now, a 4.0.
So we got 2 full grades on that, man.
Two full grades. Absolutely stunning copy.
Yeah, that book spiked. Those 2 grades gave that book a fantastic jump, man. I mean, it was a thing of beauty. Again, thank you for sharing those books with me and letting me just have the opportunity to do that. But if you want to highlight those, show those books again, man, because those books are just too nice, man. Too nice.
Yeah, so we have a full grade bump from a 3 to a 4.0 on my ASM1, and it's off-white pages.
Yeah, Gomez, it was even more than a G.
We got a 4.0 from a 3.5, Journey into Mystery 83 with a cream to off-white pages. Then we got my Avengers number 8 from a 4.5 to a 6.5 cream to off-white. First King. And then we got 4.5 to a 6.5. First Silver Age Cap.
That was my favorite one because I'm looking at that book and I'm like, man, this book had so many pressable defects. I was telling you, Because what I do, especially with big books like that, I can't do with everything, but when I got a big book like that, I try and talk to the customer, let them know what's going on. I did it with Roger. If you haven't seen 3 Men in the Basement, Roger showed what was it, the first Green Lantern, and that came back a 1.5. We kind of figured that out, but I was in contact with him throughout, just letting him know what kind of book he had in his hands.
Best service. I would recommend anybody to Erod. Just a great person, great service, great communication, and obviously I know he can't guarantee huge bumps like this. It just worked out this time, but still, he does a great job.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. And like I was trying to say, it's a lot of it has to do with, what the defects are on that book and what are not. It was the first Iron Man. I apologize. It was first Iron Man Roger had 39. And we figured it was a 1.5, but even in a 1.5, that book is pricey, man.
That's a great book. It was his boss's, right?
It was his boss's book, but that book is a pricey book, even in a 1.5. So
all those major first appearances. Yeah. And honestly, I'm like you. That the first Captain America, I think that's just such a classic cover. Cap's just like floating off the page, just curvy greatness. I love
that. I'm embarrassed. Emerald Knight. With that name, Emerald Knight does not have a Showcase 22 yet. Let's go, Emerald. Sell some of your stuff. It's time to get it. Hey, Josh, thank you. Oh, Josh Grab in the house. Yeah, my man is killing it with pressing, too. If you haven't seen, whatchamacallit? Oh, my God, I'm drawing a blank right now. Mr. Lett's video. Josh killed it on some books there. He did a great job. Great jobs. Kudos to Josh.
Yeah, you're gonna have some competition there.
Always. There's so many people going around. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Besides, Josh is my boy. We're a 5'5" midget, so he tries to say he's a little taller than me, but it's all the work boots. That's all I'm gonna say, Josh.
Josh, you're gonna have to hit me up and let me know when the next plane goes too.
Yeah, I've done a lot of books for Big E's and Manny, man. I've done a lot of books for those guys. Who else? I've been doing BLC. I've been doing a lot of books for, and one of my biggest supporters when I started out was the Dorkeries.
Yep.
And I've done quite a few books for them. They're good people. Got to have them on the show one day too.
Yeah, you got my business.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But, short video. We just wanted to share those gems. I think there was no clickbait in my title. To me, those are major keys. Those are books that people salivate over. And to see those grade bumps. So it also does show that when you go to cons, take a look at some of the books there, because they might have been pressed, but they might not have been pressed properly. And sometimes you can estimate a book, and if it's worth it, pick it up. The defects, not the defects, but East Meets West was talking about the other day, and Doom was talking about it, how, sometimes you have to spend a little money, but don't be scared, because what's happening if you're watching evaluation of certain books, we were looking at like Edge of Spider-Verse. That book went from a $400 book 2 years ago to a $900 book now.
Yeah. See, honestly, like you said, like you're talking about like My Eye and like sending it to you. I've learned it all from this community. Guys listening to guys like you, the Pressable Defects, listening, from the old
three men guys too. Yeah, they're all the Warriors. I learned and I say it all the time, but Big E's Comics is a Staten Island guy just like me, and we work near each other. I'll go to him and we'll sit there and we'll just go over books sometimes, and the second eye sometimes catches, another set of eyes always catches other stuff, man. It's just good stuff, man.
And if people are new to the game and like in the chat right now, like this is my 5th year, I think, on YouTube. I've been in the background to start off, and then getting more involved. It took me 4 or 5 years to get to the level where now I feel comfortable doing these types of buys, and like you work up to it. It's not something you should just jump right into. Get your research, get your knowledge, learn a little bit. And
we talk about it all the time. I laugh at, like, I used to watch Lightning and all these other guys buying these insane books. And I was like, oh my God, look at these books. And now I'm kind of that guy now buying those books. But you build up to it. I started out with those $40, $50 grails. And, the keys, the semi-keys, what we would call semi-keys now. But, to me, that was a lot of money. That was keys. Build it up. And, it just turned out to be what it was.
Take your time. Don't rush it. And just listen to people. There's so much good info out there. If you just
Good community. Listen to my man Thorough too, bro. Thorough keeps dropping knowledge consistently. Spec stuff. I watch him all the time. I don't comment in much because I usually catch Thorough on the rewind. But his knowledge, the defects, the Warriors guys, Biggies and those guys are always doing some great new content now where they're showing books based on TV series and things to read and everything like that. Just good shit, man.
Yep.
So shout out to Streetside Anthony though, man. I appreciate that, and I will be back to visit again. If you guys are anywhere near the vicinity, take that hour and a half drive to go see my man Streetside because he's got some good books and he gives some great deals. But Warriors are coming on in 5 minutes, so all right, we call this a wrap. I appreciate you guys coming out to join us. My man from Beantown as always, Benny. I appreciate you coming out here, sharing the spotlight with me. Until next
I love coming on your show. I always appreciate the work you do. So thank you very much. Thanks to everybody in the chat watching.
Peace.
Have a good night.